Alright guys, so we are starting off with a bare face. It is already cleaned, but I always love to go over it with a makeup remover wipe just to get any residue that may be lurking underneath the surface. My lips are primed with 100% organic coconut oil, and you guys, it is awesome for this time of the year. So that's all I use, and it is, I'm telling you, it works wonders. So right there, I am just putting on my eczema cream. I have to do that before I put on any primer. Otherwise, my skin will just get irritated. And that's just because of the eczema, not anything to do with any other products. So I'm making sure that that is soaked in. And for my primer, I'm using Lorac Spackle. And it's just an under makeup primer that's going to fill in the fine lines, your pores. It's going to make your makeup application, your foundation, should I say, application very smooth. So I'm going to make sure that I massage that in. And I'm going to do something different. Normally I start with my eyebrows, but I'm going to start with my foundation. And guys, let me tell you something. I was being cheap and I did not want to waste the end of my bottle. So for like 2 to 3 days I was doing that. Do not do that. Do not dip in and put the product back in your bottle, because I totally broke out after this. So don't watch me in that aspect. But right there, I am just blending in the foundation with the kabuki brush. That is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. All of the products that I'm using will be listed below, just in case I get tongue-tied as I normally do and don't remember what I used or I say it incorrectly. So just check the description box. I'm also going to leave links below for you guys to purchase any of those products to make it a little easier for you to find it if that's something you're interested in. Now I just take my oval brush to reinforce the foundation to make sure that it's all set in. And also it kind of removes the excess oil. Now as you can see, my neck is significantly darker than my face, and that's just how it is. I'm actually working on lightening that naturally. So for now, it's not going to match my face, and there's no way that it could, because it's going to be odd either way. I'm going to start with my brows, and I just begin to fill them in as normal from the bottom, and basically just outline and go by the natural shape of the brow. So guys, I am in my 30s. My makeup is normally very, I think, on trend, but I don't do as much as other individuals you may see here on YouTube. I'm not into the heavy contouring and concealing because it's so not necessary in my book. But we're going to make it work this way. I do very light contouring and highlighting, and it seems to work for me. So if this is something that, you know, you want to take it a little heavier, you can. So right there, I'm just putting some shadow in my brows to darken it up, basically the tail, and then I just drag it towards the beginning of the brow. And I'm now going to take my concealer, and I love my brows to be sharp, so I'm going to trace my brows with the concealer, and I will end up blending that out. I love a sharp brow, I love a strong brow, but I also like it to look pretty natural and just like freshly done. So my concealer is always just about a shade above my complexion, so that way you don't have that strong highlight. And I just blend it out with my fingers. If you make a mistake and remove some of the brow that you shaded in, you can go right back in and fix it. But normally once I put the powder on my brow, it pretty much sets it and it doesn't move. And that's just any type of black eyeshadow. It's nothing in particular because I change it just about all the time. And honestly guys, I've been pretty quick with my brows, but they are still the longest part of the process of getting my face done. Okay guys, and right there I am just making sure that my eyebrows are lined up correctly. I'm using the 3-point method, and I'll link that below just in case you're wondering what that is. So for my actual eyeshadow, I am using Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot. That's from MAC, and that is my favorite, guys. As you can see, that is just going to be the base for my shadows. It is going to make my shadows pop. It's going to make it last, and it just makes application a lot smoother. So I'm just applying that with the brush, and I'm going to go ahead in the ItsMyRayeRaye palette. Now, ItsMyRayeRaye, if you guys don't know, she is an awesome YouTuber. I love her personality, and I couldn't wait for this palette to drop, and I have been obsessed with it. So I'm going to start with Control Freak, and I'm just going to apply that in the crease and above the crease, and just blend that out. I'm basically just using that as a transition color, and I wanted to go into Friday. Now the colors do not look anything on as they do in the actual palette, meaning the pigmentation is a lot brighter and a lot better. I'm obsessed. I don't often wear like a pink eyeshadow or a red eyeshadow, so this was something different for me, and I absolutely adore it. Right there, I'm just packing it onto my lid, and I'm just going right to the crease with it. And I'm just going back into Control Freak and blending. I don't like any harsh lines, and I just want my shadows to seamlessly blend together. Now I'm going to go into Connie, which is a nice rich deep purple, and I'm going to apply that just to the outer crease, and I'm doing that with like a little stippling brush or the end of my dual brush, because I want to concentrate the color right in that area. And then I'm just going to end up blending that out. I'm trying to blend it out and still keep the actual color right in that area. I want to keep it concentrated right there. Alright, so I'm taking my Milani eye Kohl, and I'm just doing a very thin line on my upper lash line. Very, very thin. Now, I always follow my liners, especially cream liners, with a powder. So I'm going back into the ItsMyRayeRaye palette, and I am taking the darkest color. I can't remember what it was called, guys. I'll put it below. And I'm just going over that line to set it. Okay, so right there, I'm just using my concealer, a little bit of highlighting underneath the eyes. Try to waken me up a little bit, give it a little bit of light, and I just blend that out with a kabuki brush. I'm going to also set it with some powder, and it's going to oxidize, but right now I'm setting that with the color Chai. I'm trying to use basically all of the items in the palette. Or should I say, I'm trying to make all the items in the palette the sole thing that I'm using on my face. So right there, I'm just taking the dark purple, which was Connie, and just putting that right in my lower lash line. I'm staying to the outer part of the lower lash line, and then I'm going to go in with the pink, which I think it's called Friday, right? I think. Oh, just look. Right there, I'm using my favorite eyeliner. No, that's not eyeliner, my favorite mascara. And I am applying that all over my lashes and Yeah, this is my obsession. I'm obsessed with a lot of things makeup wise, but this mascara here is the truth. And this is just an everyday look for me, or a look for me just going out. I do not wear lashes on a regular basis at all. So I'm working with what I have. You are more than welcome to apply lashes to finish off the look. And I'm going to go into Fairytale and put that in my tear duct area. And it's actually not giving me the pop that I want, so I am going to have to go into my Makeup Geek shadow. And I'm going to use this gold. I think this is called 24 karat. And I'm going to apply that right on top of the Fairytale. And it's a little better, but it's not popping as much as it would pop without the Fairytale underneath it. But it's going to do for now. Okay, and I'm going into Brownie Bite, and I am going to contour with that. And guys, this stuff is so pigmented, and I literally picked up just a little bit. So now I have to like go back and forth like a fool to get it to blend in, or blend out, should I say. And I'm going to go into Moonlight for my highlighter. Y'all can see that nose from heaven. You hear me? That highlight is crazy, and I literally am only using a little bit. I'm going to apply the same to the upper cheekbone area, blend it out. And I'm just going to take a clean brush and continue to blend that out because I don't want it to be that noticeable. And I'm going to finally finish up with this little rose colored blush, and I'm literally taking just a tap and applying that to the apples of my cheeks because I don't want to overdo it. And lastly, I'm lining my lips with the Smack Cork pencil. I'm also using ColourPop's I Love Sarah from the I Love Sarah collection. I believe it's like number 921 is what it's called. And there I'm going to put the MAC Holiday Darling, the cream sheen glass on top of that. So first I'm lining it with the cork. I'm going to line it and fill it in just a little bit. And I'm going to put on the I Love Sarah lip color, which I adore, y'all. And it will dry a little bit matte, so I wanted to add a gloss on it, which is why I'm using the matte cream shine. Right there, I'm just fixing up the line. And to finish up, I am using the setting spray, and I'm just going to apply a generous amount to my face, and that will ensure that it will last all day. I didn't want to apply it while my lips were out. Usually I do, but because I have the gloss on it, I didn't want to do it that way. So, and y'all, this smells so good. And okay, she fancy. So I'm all set. Just want to give you guys a closer look. I'm really feeling it. I love how the pink transitions into the purple. And yeah. Again, hashtag over 30 club. Although in my head I'm still 25, y'all. Okay guys, so this is just a closer look. I turned off my light, my ring light, so that you can see it in natural lighting, and I'm cool. I like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you thumbs up and please subscribe. Hit that button right down there. And yes guys, Appreciate it so much. Be blessed, and most importantly, be a blessing. LWL. Ooh, ooh, L. Smooches, y'all. Mwah.